Welcome back everybody, and check out my Imprint Kibble farm. I just finished building this and I decided to make a quick video about it. Imprint Kibble is different than regular kibble because it's actually used in the process of imprinting baby dinosaurs. Now imprinting is pretty important when it comes to later on in the game, later levels, because what it does is if you do a full imprint on a dino, it's going to give you 20% increase on all of its stats besides oxygen and stamina, and also excluding the movement speed of any flyer. But everything else can get 20% increase. That increase is going to stay with the dino no matter who's riding it, another tribe mate, or even if you trade it to a different tribe. It's always going to have that, so it's going to be basically 20% better. On top of that, if you yourself are riding the dino that you fully imprinted, you're also going to get a 30% damage increase and also a 30% damage resistance increase. So basically by the end of it all, you're going to be able to take down enemies that are twice as powerful as you would have before the imprint. So it's pretty important. The way the imprinting works is when you're raising a dino, it's going to ask for a certain set of kibble. It's either going to ask to cuddle with you, for you to take it on a walk, or it's going to ask for one of these certain kibbles. Except for wyverns, they're only going to ask for milk or to cuddle or go for a walk. That's the only exception. Anything else is going to ask for one of these specific kibbles, and here's a list of those dinos here. Now this took me about 2 days, not full days obviously, but 2 pretty lengthy evenings of taming these. They're not too hard to get. They're actually like easier dinos to get. They're not like extremely hard dinos, so that's nice. What you could do is just pause this video, take a screenshot, or you could do what I did and actually just Google ARC Imprint Kibble, and you can find a list pretty easily and just check them off one by one as you go. What I did is I actually got 2 females to every male. So I got 2 females and 1 male of each kind of these dinos. These are all females here, and my males are actually outside. Follow me through my incubation chamber and I'll show you. Here they are. They have to stay outside in the rain. I'm thinking about building a lean-to for them or something. Kind of cruel. But you see here, they're actually still within range of the females. That's going to be important because you're going to want the mate boost. Above their names there you can see the heart with the feeding trough. The heart symbolizes the mate boost. If you mate boost your egg layers, you're going to get twice as many eggs. And then on top of that, if you do what I did and get another female, that's also twice as many eggs there. So you're going to want to mate boost it, get a couple females, and if you look underneath this one, it's not showing up there for some reason. Is my Oviraptor not working? Why would it not be working? There it goes. See that pulsating egg that's underneath his name? That is the Oviraptor egg laying bonus. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tame an Oviraptor. There he is right up there. You're going to fill his pockets up with stones, basically just overweight him, over encumber him, and set him to wander. When he's on wander, he's going to give this egg laying bonus. He is within range of all these females, and he is going to double up the production. Basically my design here is just a series of sloped ceilings, and you just hang their butts over the side. There's many different designs you can do. Basically the concept is just to hang them over the edge. The reason why is because like those Ankies down there, their tails really get in the way. These guys, their tails are really in the way for trying to go around picking up eggs, so it's kind of an easy way to just come down here and pick up eggs without getting all knocked around, basically. It's also really helpful when dinosaurs like to lay on top of their eggs. Take it a step further, you can actually see how this is raised up here, like 2 ceilings high. If I raise this up 2 ceilings and this one up 2 ceilings, you can actually come down here and get a whip and actually hit these eggs and pick them all up at once. It's actually going to be a lot more efficient than even this process. I'm actually okay with just going down here and picking up eggs. Gives me something to do. But that's one thing you can do when you go to design your own. One other important thing when you're building a kibble farm is when you bring Dino home, first thing you're going to want to do is hold down triangle, go over to behavior, and you're going to want to change to ignore group whistle. Basically, the reason you're going to want to do that is because if you're anywhere, if you're like trying to poop on a toilet or anything, and you accidentally whistle follow all, you're going to devastate your kibble farm. These guys are going to go everywhere. It's going to be insane, and it's going to take hours to get it back to how it is. It actually takes a bit of time to line all these guys up like this. Now my kibble farm's not very big because it's just an imprint kibble farm. Other people have very large, massive kibble farms, so as you can imagine, it can be devastating if you accidentally whistle follow all. I also changed them all to passive because just if anything happens, like one little thing comes in here and like hits one of your dinos or something on accident, and they're all going to try to attack them. So I put them on passive and ignore group whistles. Some of these dinos, as you can see, some of them take saddles and some don't. So that can be a pain in the butt. And I'm going to show you a technique to line up the ones that do not take a saddle. I'm just going to put a temporary ceiling right here. And like these dillos here, they do not take a saddle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down triangle, go to behavior, and change the follow distance to the lowest follow distance. And I will have him follow me right over here. And I'm going to line him up to where he's just barely hanging off the edge, just like the rest of the dinos. And I will tell him to stop. And that's perfect. So let's get this other guy and get this thing finished up. Come on, little fella. I mean, young lady. Come on. Over here. Just a little further. There we go. Stop there. And we'll delete this temporary ceiling. There we go. And that's lined up enough. You can actually have them up even further than that, and the egg will actually fall down. You can just play with it a little bit. If they don't fall, just move them back a little bit. Some of these guys you can actually punch them to get them lined up a little bit more. It's kind of cruel, but it works. You might have to punch them a little bit. Like these guys here, I don't have them hanging off the edge, but if you spent enough time, you actually could. If you can punch them around also. I don't have a lot of room here. I'm okay with just picking these up right here. So it's not a big deal to me, but if you spend enough time, you can get any of these guys lined up perfectly. And let me see, is that everything? I think that's everything. I will see you guys next time.